There are seasons in life when everything feels like it's falling apart. Not because you did wrong, but because destiny is pulling you through a path you never expected. Joseph understood that journey. He was a young man with God-given dreams. Dreams of greatness. Dreams of leadership. Dreams far bigger than his age. But the moment he shared them, the people closest to him turned against him. His own brothers, filled with jealousy, dragged him away, tore off his coat of favor, and threw him into a cold, empty pit. In that darkness, Joseph learned a truth many of us learn the hard way. Sometimes your biggest battles come from people who should have protected you. But even in the silence of that pit, God was still present. Joseph was sold into slavery, taken far from home, stripped of everything familiar. Yet, even in Egypt, he refused to let bitterness win. He worked with excellence. He served with integrity. Everything he touched succeeded because God's hand rested on him, even in places that didn't look like destiny. But just when life began to settle, another storm rose. A lie, an accusation, and suddenly Joseph found himself thrown into prison. Not for doing wrong, but for standing for what was right. It was a season of uncertainty, isolation, and waiting. But here's the miracle about Joseph's story. While he was in prison, God was preparing a palace. The prison did not stop his purpose. It shaped him for it. In that dark place, Joseph interpreted dreams. He encouraged others. He remained faithful even when no one recognized his faithfulness. Then one day everything changed. Pharaoh had a troubling dream that no one could interpret. And in that moment the gift God gave Joseph, hidden, forgotten, underestimated, was suddenly needed. Joseph was pulled from the prison, cleaned, dressed, and brought before the king. With calmness and wisdom, he interpreted Pharaoh's dream. And in minutes, the prisoner became a leader. The forgotten became favored. Joseph was elevated to the second most powerful position in Egypt. Years later, when famine struck the land, Joseph's brothers came seeking help. The same brothers who betrayed him. The same voices that once pushed him into the pit. But instead of revenge, Joseph chose forgiveness. He looked them in the eyes and said, "You meant evil against me, but God meant it for good." That sentence carries the weight of Joseph's entire journey. It tells us that no pain is wasted. No betrayal is final. No delay is denial. What others use to break you, God can use to build you. So if you're listening now and you feel stuck in your own pit, if you feel betrayed, overlooked, or forgotten, remember Joseph's story. Your pit is not your ending. Your prison is not your final chapter. The God who lifted Joseph is still lifting people today. And the same God who carried him from the deepest valley to the highest palace is working silently, powerfully, faithfully, on your behalf. Hold on. Your rise is coming. Your purpose is unfolding. And your story, like Joseph's, will reveal the goodness of a God who never abandons his children.